Vijay, that
Yeah.
explains the complication we are dealing with, and clearly there cannot be a black and white approach to foreign policy as far as China is concerned. US is now an ally, a strong ally, and Modi ji, in fact, went out of his way to make friends with not just the US, but even in the neighborhood, went out to Pakistan. He started on that note. Um, However, what I have seen is that, President Trump is not particularly, I would say, favorable to Modi ji, because he keeps, getting at him on one issue or the other. On Afghanistan, he trivialized India's role. He, in fact, mentioned some library which India, in fact, has not built. What do you think is the relationship between India and the US today under President Trump?
So each one has a different style of expression, and I don't know how many, even in US establishment takes Mr. Trump's morning tweets very
Seriously?
seriously.
Okay.
But saying that apart, you tell me another side. Tell me a world leader against which Trump has not tweeted. He has tweeted against UK, he has tweeted against EU every day, Mexico, Chinese, Russians, of course. Maybe Japan is an exception, but I don't know about that. So, first of all, on a serious note, we are proud of what we have done in Afghanistan. Now, there is a view that we should go militarily. That's a different forum we can discuss. But whatever we have done, we should be proud of. We have built the civic infrastructure, parliament, dams, and we are helping training their people. Apart from that, India-US relationship has gone to two phases during this last 4 years. If you see, there was a baggage, historical baggage of Mr. Modi being denied a visa by US when he came to the power. And a lot of people thought that actually it will impact from India's side its relationship with US. But as a statesman-like position Mr. Modi took, that relations between two countries cannot be determined by how some individual has been treated. That was his statement before he came to the power. And he stayed on that. And he built a very good personal chemistry with Mr. Obama, which has resulted into several defense-related agreements. And actually, we have come to a status of almost any NATO ally as far as the accessibility to defense technologies of US are concerned. Then the second phase happened when Mr. Trump came to the power. There is no fallback of whatever has been done by the previous regime, even by Mr. Trump. In fact, it has been enhanced. This 2+2 dialogue, which has been, which is a very unique mechanism, which doesn't exist anywhere in the world. And that shows the strength and depth of India-US relationship. Third part, which is equally important, is the US Congress, which has a tremendous influence on all strategic aspects of US establishment. In previous Congress, now the new Congress is now just come 2 days back, largest caucus was of India caucus, with more than 100 congressmen being a member of it. So we have, and it was bipartisan. So there is a very strong bipartisan support for a very strong strategic partnership between India and US. And it's very difficult for any US president, even if he wishes, to overcome that. He has to work extra hard. You see the statements of Vice President Mr. Pence, or the person who has just been fired, the Defense Secretary, Mike Pence. He very clearly has stated that we want India for its strategic interest. They have their own interest against China, especially in South China Sea, against various things, but it suits us also. Fourth part, which is also equally important, is the presence of very strong Indian diaspora, highly qualified diaspora in US, which has a now capability to influence the decisions. And the classic example was when India-US civil nuclear deal was being ratified by US Congress, which was must, in fact, Indian diaspora has played a major role in convincing US congressmen that this is in the interest of both the countries. And the process continues. So for the first time now, there are some 4 congressmen of Indian origin. People are now proudly saying, except Bobby Jindal, who is shy of his Indian origin. So if you take all these factors into account, what Trump says in isolation is of importance. At the end, he is US president, but it is not the only deciding factor, even though press gives him a lot of prominence.